You were reacting to a question I asked earlier on the fact that we have so many ills. I feel like at this point, after this, we should just talk about the wins and see if we have any. But we have a lot of ills: security, the economy, even leadership issues. So you were telling us earlier we are growing. I'm forced to ask, is this growth?
Yes, so we are indeed growing. For those who are old enough to have experienced the military rule, you will know that we have grown, or we are growing. We're actually growing. The fact that we've done 21 years without military intervention is historic. It's a record as far as Nigeria's 60 years is concerned. The fact that people can sit now and criticize government, in the military era, it's possible that at the end of this, meeting we're having now, at the end of this program, the soldiers can be waiting for you outside, depending on what you say on the program. So now people can actually voice their grievances. People, you have more press freedom now than it was before. Clamp down on media houses has reduced. We've got the executive and the legislature and the judiciary trying to do their bit for 21 years. So on that count, yes. But that is not to say we're where we're supposed to be. Definitely, the issues that we're raising here are poignant. The fact that our electoral process, you see, in a democracy, the electoral process is the ingredient. If you want to prepare a goosey soup now, and you are grinding stones instead of grinding pepper and tomato and adding some fish, you are grinding stones and putting in that egusi, where you might eat that egusi, but you're not going to enjoy it. And I think that is where Nigeria's problem is starting. The electoral process has been corrupted to a point that the citizens no longer see it as something they need to participate in, because they believe that whether they vote or don't vote, the results are going to be rigged anyway. That's something we're going to talk about. But that is where we have got to. The fact that a gubernatorial election, it's not a national election, a gubernatorial election in Edo State attracts the National Peace Committee, made up of former President Abdulsalami Abubakar, Bishop Kuka, Cardinal Nikon, to travel all the way to Benin yesterday and make the two principal actors in the election to sign a peace accord is a testament to the fact that they suspect that this election is going to be violent. And this is why they have gone there to try and make it a peaceful process. And that is wrong. That is not right for our democracy. When citizens believe that an election is going to experience violence, they would rather sit at home. And so we need to improve on that. We need to improve on our corruption index. Those who look at all parameters of corruption in the country and rank countries as saying we are still very corrupt, that we need to take away. But if we go back to what we're discussing, the citizens of Nigeria is all in the hands of the citizens of Nigeria. There was a question that was asked by my co-panelist, that what can be done about this separation of powers? And my answer to that is that it comes down to the citizens of Nigeria. How does that happen? The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, this is the way it has structured power broken in this our democracy. It hands the executive branch of government so much power, but it also hands a lot of power to the legislative arm of government and the judiciary, which both can remove a sitting president. The legislative arm of government and the judiciary can remove a sitting president. So the powers of the president are being curtailed by the judicial and legislative arm of government. Now, if the legislators are not doing their work in terms of impeaching a sitting president or governor who is not performing well, then the citizens now need to come in by recalling. So the Constitution provides the citizens the power to recall legislators back from the National Assembly or State Assembly, as the case might be. So that is the power broking that has. So you can see that at the end of the day, it is the citizens who have the last say in this power broking. The legislature is expected to remove a president who is not performing. If the legislature develops cold feet and are not doing their job, the citizens are now expected to return those legislators back home and then re-elect the representatives that will go and do their bidding. If we allow this process to work as it is, our democracy will become better. But the issue now is that the presidential powers that the president has, which he even uses to decide who will be the leadership of the National Assembly, and the leadership of the National Assembly will never go near anything like trying to remove a president, or the State Assembly remove a sitting governor. The citizens are also not power broken by recalling their representatives who are not doing their bidding. How do we then break this jigsaw? What we need to break this jigsaw with is continuous education of the citizens. That you as citizens, you have power in your hands. Look at the way the youth came out to do Big Brother Nigeria. You understand? See the level of mobilization. They were not only campaigning for their candidates, they were putting money by voting. If that same level of participation of these youths comes into the electoral process or into the democratic process of our country, you will begin to see changes. So what we are doing, and this is why this program that you are staging this morning is very important. And this kind of programs, we need to be showcased by the media, by civil society, by the religious bodies, to educate citizens and bring them out and say, in this whole power broken arrangement in the democracy, the citizens' power is the biggest.